A moment that stands out to me was after an event where I had a vendor. It was her first time being a vendor at an event like this. She had come to the market before and been really inspired and loved what she saw. So she applied, and this was her first time participating, and she was a writer and poet. So she had a table full of her poems and other poems that she loves, that she wanted to share, typed up with pressed flowers on them as well. And so at the end of the night, when things were pretty picked over, she was really impressed with how many of these poems left the table and went home with folks. A woman walked up who seemed kind of confused and didn't know what was going on, asked her what this event was. And as she shared, she was staring down at the table and started reading a couple of the poems that were there. And the woman started crying. And so she asked, what was wrong or if she was all right. And the woman had come on a walk from St. Joe's just to get some fresh air. Her husband was dying. The poem was one that they read to each other as part of their vows on their wedding. And she was just so struck. The words were, so they both cried, and clearly it affects me. But what a striking thing. I mean, she left, both of them left that night, obviously really touched and sharing in that connection in that story. But when she shared with me how that all went, she had been so nervous to kind of put herself out there in this way. It was also an event that I considered canceling because it was right after my mother had passed away. And if I would have canceled it, they wouldn't have had that opportunity to connect. And for that reason, but many, many more, I was so grateful that I found the strength and that other community members rallied around me to support me and let me know that I wasn't alone and that if I needed anything, they were there. That was a really special experience, and there's lots of those. So I keep doing it.